Now on CoastTV News.
Indian River fire, the two blazes that kept Millsboro area firefighters busy this weekend. Homes in Ocean City, what restriction council is considering again on Monday. A service for World AIDS Day, how Rehoboth is commemorating the solemn occasion Sunday and Monday.
The raw, rainy rain is moving out of the way, but the winds are now stepping full stage, front and center, and a concern you'll have for this week.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
A romance phone scam, one that changed a widow's life. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Thank you for staying up with us after Sunday night football. A 79-year-old widow from Millsboro says she was scammed out of $7,000 by someone she believed she was building a relationship with. Millsboro police say romance scams like this have been around for years, but as Coast TV reporter Nicole Richter shows us, the levels keep rising.
What started as friendly messages quickly became the center of 79-year-old Beverly Stern's daily routine. A man she never met, telling her he loved her and that he wanted a future with her.
They will get you sucked into thinking you have a romance or a relationship with a person who may not even exist.
Since early November, the man had been texting her regularly and claimed to be working with the Department of Defense in Israel and that he needed money for medication, food, and travel so he could come meet her.
When somebody tells you they love you and they care about you and they want to spend their whole life with you, and you're a widow or you're lonely, of course you're going to want that.
Not long after those messages began, she started sending him money. Nearly $7,000 worth of gift cards and Bitcoin.
I don't care if you have $1 zillion or just it's going to hurt you. It's going to, like it hurt me emotionally and financially.
Millsboro police say her story is a typical romance scam, using affection to build trust and then asking for money.
Anytime you provide money or information, account numbers over the phone, it should give you a second to pause and say, maybe I should stop to get this validated.
Police say these scammers prey on the vulnerable, the lonely, and those looking for love, and they do not care for whose heart or bank account they break in the process.
Police say that if you have received any messages or any calls that are suspicious, asking for money or any personal information, to report it immediately. In Millsboro, I'm Nicole Richter, Coast TV News.
And it's not just phone scams. It was a weekend of financial crimes. This week in Delaware, identity theft and a cybersecurity hack were reported. Delaware State Police arrested a Florida woman after an identity theft arrest at Citizens Bank in Bear. Troopers say 48-year-old Danielle Marshall from Tampa tried to use a fake New Jersey driver's license and another customer's bank card to change that account information. Staff recognized her from an earlier attempt at another Citizens Bank branch and called police. Troopers located Marshall as she was leaving. She's now facing a felony identity theft charge. Christiana Care says some of its patient data was involved in a nationwide cybersecurity breach. This was at its third-party electronic medical records vendor, Oracle Health, formerly called Cerner. The hospital system says Christiana's networks were not impacted, but Oracle reported an unauthorized party accessed systems earlier this year and might have obtained patient information, including names, social security numbers, and medical records. Christiana is mailing notices and offering 2 free years of credit monitoring. Patients can also call with any questions. On Monday night, the Ocean City Council will have its second reading to extend a moratorium on issuing short-term rental licenses in town. This is for some homes and mobile homes in the town, and the moratorium would last until January 2027. This topic has been divisive for months.
Take the rights from 3,800 property owners. Most of these property owners, over 90%, have never had a complaint. So why are we stealing rights from people that aren't causing problems?
You might remember the town held a referendum earlier this year with voters rejecting permanent restrictions on short-term rentals, but the town can enact moratoriums like this. A person is hurt after an early morning trailer fire in the Potnet's Creekside community in Long Neck. Indian River, Lewis, Millsboro firefighters say they found the home about 70% on fire along with an active gas leak. According to firefighters, people inside had already gotten out, but they told first responders they believe a heater sparked the fire that then spread to a bedroom. And that wasn't the only fire in the Millsboro area this weekend. Multiple crews went to Oak Street Friday morning in the Mount Joy area. Responders arrived to find a manufactured home and several belongings, including ATVs and a motorcycle, on fire. No one was hurt, though Mount Joy Road was closed. Both fires are under investigation. You are listening to firefighters practice handling a pretty bad car accident. This was part of the inaugural Rodney T. Marvel vehicle rescue competition. Crews responded to various fake scenarios to practice real life-saving skills. And here are your winners. First place was the Milton Fire Department. Second place, the Georgetown Fire Company. The Judges Award went to the Dover Fire Department. World AIDS Day was marked on Sunday, November 30th with a special service at All Saints Church in Rehoboth Beach. This year's theme, Living in a World with HIV, honored those lost to AIDS and recognized the strength of those living with HIV. Camp Rehoboth once again displayed a portion of the AIDS Memorial quilt that is also on display Monday at church until 4, and Camp Rehoboth is also offering HIV testing Monday. Monday morning on CoastTV News, tune in for a look at the next time lawmakers are addressing property reassessments in Delaware after legal action. And then coming up Monday evening, giving blood, why there's another critical need for the life-saving measure. Tune in to CoastTV News.
The rain is quickly moving out of the way and giving way to much colder air that's on the way. And boy, is it going to make a serious impact on our weather.
And after that, tackling supportive housing issues in Georgetown, the purpose and next steps for a committee in the county seat. We are back in just 60 seconds.
Well, right now we're seeing what little rain's left over. It's leaving the premises pretty quickly for us and giving way to much cooler conditions that will prevail for the rest of the week. Now, we are looking at a chance of some precipitation revisiting us on Tuesday. So if you got some outdoor plans, try to get in on Monday. Tuesday's going to be another mess, and Friday's going to be a real mess, okay? But anyway, in Milford right now, we're looking live, and we can see the rain is clearing out of the way for us there. Temperatures in the 40s at this present time, 44 Redden, 44 also in Seaford, 42 degrees in Del Mar, and 42 right now in Laurel. So this is rain from earlier. Earlier we had some light precipitation pushing out of the way, but now we're primarily concerned about the gale wind watch that's in effect for us. We're bracing for about 35 mile per hour wind gusts to occur. And the last remnants of the heaviest rain really moved through Chincoteague earlier this evening, but we're looking for the winds to stay very vibrant, up to 35 mile per hour winds for all of the shorelines of the Delmarva Peninsula. That includes over on the most western portions, that includes places like Cambridge and those areas. And that'll stay in effect until Wednesday. Really kicks in Tuesday, going into Wednesday for the most part. We had a high today of 46 degrees, a low of 26 degrees. So we had our fair share of chill, particularly in the early morning hours. But even with that being the case, we're at 25 for the starting point in Ocean City, 24 for the starting point in Salisbury, and 28 the low this morning in Cambridge. Now, we're actually warmer now, believe it or not. We're feeling warmer now, this late hour, than we were just the same time just yesterday. 19 degrees warmer, actually, for the folks that are in Ocean City, 17 degrees warmer in Salisbury and Wallops Island. So we've had the showers for tonight. On Tuesday, we're looking for another round of rain to pay us a visit and come knocking on our door. So temperatures in the 40s. We're at 47 in Lewis, 47 Indian River Inlet, and 47 for us in Bethany Beach. Now, as you take a look at our expectations, we started out from earlier this evening, tracking it from 10 o'clock, but as we go into the early morning hours, we're going to go dip into the 20s pretty easily. Now, the wind chill factor, that's the big or breaking story that's going to really be shocking, particularly by the time we get to the end of the week. Watch this. We're going to go from 28 for Tuesday, right? And then we'll go to 22 for the wind chill on Wednesday. Then we'll go to 24 on Thursday. Now, here's the part where I need for you to hold on to your hats. You got your hat in your hand? You're holding? Good. Here we go. 18 Friday morning. So it's not going to get progressively better. It's going to get steadily colder because of the drop in temperature and because the winds are going to cooperate in making your day even that much colder. Now, the good news is the cold air is going to stay just to our north. Where we see that freezing line to our north, we should deal with just rain for Tuesday. We were concerned about rain and possibly a little bit of snow. That's not the case. So as you go into Monday, you see we're clear from Monday to Monday afternoon. We'll have temperatures in the 40s. Tuesday, we become cloudy, but Tuesday mid-morning, we are expecting widespread rain, not any frozen precipitation. Now, we could see some frozen precipitation kick off on Friday, but because I just don't want to ruin your whole week, I'm not going to say anything about a yellow alert day for Friday, but we are bracing for very blustery conditions and perhaps an inch of rain on Tuesday.
Thank you, Paul. Recovery homes and help for the homeless have been a hot topic in Georgetown over the last few months, with critics saying Georgetown has become overrun with addicts and homelessness. Now, a 10-member committee appointed to tackle these issues will hold its fourth meeting in the coming days. Trish Hill, program manager for Springboard Delaware, says the group has made progress on some issues.
I think we're working very hard on trying to find some common ground. I do hope that there's success. I think that it is overwhelmingly understood that the recovery houses and transitional houses are doing really well at what they're doing. And it's a time when we're getting ready to move to the subject of homelessness.
The meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, December 2nd at 4 p.m. Salisbury police are investigating after a dead body was found by railroad tracks early Sunday morning. This was on South Salisbury Boulevard. Officers say the man was 45 years old. No signs of foul play. Anyone who might know what happened, though, is asked to call Salisbury police. Still to come on Coast TV News, SNAP benefits snafu, another holdup for those on assistance. Millions of people remain under winter weather alerts Sunday. Snow and ice-covered roads are making post-Thanksgiving travel treacherous in some areas. As millions of people return home, Jen Sullivan is tracking the weather and has details on what travelers can expect on the roads and in the skies.
A monster winter storm dumping several inches of snow across parts of the Midwest, crippling travel just as millions of people try to return home from the Thanksgiving holiday.
It was delayed for a couple of hours.
We were expecting to hit the flight by 6:30, I think, and now we're looking at about 11:20.
At Chicago O'Hare International Airport, nearly 1,300 flights were canceled Saturday. Nationwide, that number was closer to 2,000, with nearly 9,000 flights delayed. Those cancellations and delays continuing Sunday. Some passengers arriving early, anticipating long lines.
I've got 2 hours for my flight. I gave myself plenty of time.
Snow and ice causing this plane to slide off the runway at Des Moines International Airport. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Drivers also facing treacherous conditions on the roads. Multiple cars and trucks involved in this crash in Indiana, and 2 semis stuck on this highway in Missouri. Many cities set snowfall records for a single day in November. The National Weather Service recording well over a foot of snow in some areas, and more is on the way. At one point Sunday, nearly 50 million people were under winter weather alerts.
If you don't have to travel, please don't.
As temperatures plunge and wind chills pick up, the greatest threat on the road Sunday is ice and blowing snow, making already dangerous roads even worse.
Even the Monday morning, we'll still have crews out checking those roadways, making sure they're safe.
That system now moving east, bringing snow and heavy rain to the East Coast. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Millions of SNAP food benefit recipients may soon have to have new work rules to keep those benefits. The big beautiful bill requires at least 80 hours of activity each month for a much wider group of people. A congressional report says that will mean 2.4 million fewer people will be getting benefits on average each month. States are reporting confusion, rushed timelines, and technology not ready to implement that change. As a result, some people could lose food as soon as January. After the break here on Coast TV News, wrapping presents, a chore or a fun holiday tradition? Regardless, where you can get it done for free this week. If you're not familiar, the Bless Our Children campaign is where we collect donations to give to nonprofits who make sure every child on Delmarva gets a gift on Christmas morning. We appreciate everyone who has helped make that happen so far, and here's a look at some of them.
From the bottom of our hearts, Thank you to the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign.
We'd like to recognize those friends now by reading the Shell Brothers honor roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
In loving memory of Stacy Dorsch.
Atlantic Community Thrift Shop.
Boggs Dish Haroon Post number 123.
Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645.
Clark & Sons Garage Doors. James Maloney.
Eastern Shore Corvette Club Incorporated.
Cape Henlopen Elks 2540.
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
Sons and Daughters of Italy of Ocean City Lodge number 2474.
Tony Tank Tribe number 149. Midway Par 3.
Apgar Turf Farm Inc.
Chesapeake Urology. Doctors Mark Edney, Mark Shimko, Alyssa Gracely, and Jason Smith.
CJ's Beach Base.
In honor of Bill Hickman, Peninsula Imaging LLC.
Painting in America Made Great Again, Earl Johnson Painting.
In memory of Jean G. and John D. Henry.
Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Evergreen Lodge number 153.
Gnostic Family Charitable Foundation Fund of the Delaware Community Foundation.
Emery's General Service of Millsboro.
Willard's Lions Club. Sean Knoll Ways Limitless Worldwide.
Wheels That Heal Car Club.
Chesapeake Waste Industries.
Waikamico Lodge number 91 AF and AM.
Rotary International Lewis Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club.
Preston Growmark FS.
Pocomoke Elks Lodge number 1624.
American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166.
Fillmore Day Real Estate Services LLC.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control.
Delaware Improved Order of Red Men and Degree of Pocahontas.
Idlewild Brewerton Club.
Hawker's Supermarkets.
DJVO Entertainment.
Murray's Residential Service, Dennis and Barbara Murray.
Alan Corman and Son, Inc.
Antique Alley of Bridge Hill in memory of Ron Hatfield.
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
ASCP Plumbing and ASAP Total Disposal.
Absolute PDR, Dwayne and Brandy Geis.
David and Luis.
Tylerton Church, Inc. Contractors for a Cause.
Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051.
AccuTrench Contracting LLC.
IV Solutions.
Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving.
Crowley Associates Realty Inc.
ABC Refrigeration Inc. of Bishopville, Maryland.
BYOC Build Your Own Cookie, Chincoteague and West OC.
Corrado Construction Company.
The Caronville Foundation.
Tops Cutoff DJ Services and Recording Studio.
William Porter.
HVAC Services Unlimited Inc.
Shore Fund Tractor Pullers.
Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club. Harry and Jenny Davis.
Collins Wharf Sod.
Brittany McKinley, in loving memory of Ava Lee Quinn, Jim and Nancy McKinley.
Missionary Baptist Church.
Selbyville Elks Lodge, number 2173.
King Crop Insurance in memory of Bonnie King.
Sons of the American Legion, number 123. Richard Jordan, in memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan.
Liberty Concrete and Home Enhancements LLC.
Chris Contracting, Inc.
We appreciate all of you stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as a part of our Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your carton donation to Bless Our Children in care at WBOC at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801, or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping make this season merrier for children on Delmarva.
Happy holidays.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
If you decorated this weekend, we want to see how you are decking the halls. Send us your photos and videos by going to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. We might even show your decorations on TV. In your health news this evening, it's the time of year where the temperatures are dropping and so are exercise routines. In tonight's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has 3 ways to manage winter weight in the weeks ahead.
Add up colder weather, plus darker days, and all that comfort food. It can equal an unhealthy shift on the scale.
A lot of people sort of hunker down in the winter and stay inside a little bit more often.
Dr. Kathleen Muller with the American Academy of Family Physicians says the first step to keeping a healthy weight in winter is to have a plan to work out. If you're an outdoor exerciser in warmer weather, consider getting a gym membership now so that you can start the habit of going when the temperatures drop even further, or just add ways into your day to move more.
That can be taking the stairs, that can be walking farther from the parking lot into the grocery store. Any bit of movement helps.
With all the winter holidays, we tend to be surrounded by foods we don't normally eat. Muller says to tackle the temptation to overindulge by having healthy options and allowing that to be your default.
So a veggie platter in addition to the cheese and crackers, and just make sure that we're going towards the veggie platter a little more often.
Finally, Muller says to remind yourself why you want to maintain a healthy weight. It's not just about how we look, but how we feel now and in the future.
Being a healthy weight reduces your risk of inflammatory conditions, cardiovascular disease, and cancers. We also just are able to move longer through our lifespan and have a longer health span if we maintain a healthy weight throughout our lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And since we tend to crave comfort carbs in colder weather, Mueller says balance those foods with winter vegetables, like roasting foods like squash and broccoli can be tasty this time of year and maybe even healthy. After the break here on Coast TV News, as we take a look outside into Rehoboth Beach, one final check on your forecast after this. We've all heard about pardoning turkeys before Thanksgiving, but have you ever heard of turkey cuddling? At the Gentle Barn, rescued turkeys get a second chance at life and they spend it giving hugs. Kathy Park got a chance to see it for herself.
Thanksgiving week, turkeys are usually one of the main attractions at the dinner table. For some, it's the ultimate comfort food. But at the Gentle Barn outside Nashville, Tennessee, these turkeys aren't on anyone's menu. Instead, they're offering comfort in a much different way.
You can scooch up real close so they're right here, and then you can kiss their little fuzzy pink heads and just pet them and talk to them.
Founder Ellie Lax and her team rescued all these birds from past Thanksgiving dinners. Now they're part of the sanctuary's Turkey Cuddle Therapy, also offered at their Los Angeles location. And just like it sounds, it's a chance to slow down, sit with a turkey, and gobble up a connection you might not expect.
Goodness. She's like putting her wings out and she's kind of crouching down. That's the turkey cuddle position.
Really? I had no idea. They're so good for your soul. It's therapy that you didn't know you needed until you do it, and then you're like, where was this all of my life?
Nicole Downs had never been on a farm before the Gentle Barn and is now a weekly visitor and volunteer. She says these cuddle sessions have been a game changer in managing her anxiety.
You can't help but while you're cuddling with them to match their energy and match their peace.
At first glance, turkeys might not come across as a warm and fuzzy type.
Yeah, I think turkeys are one of the most misunderstood animals in the world.
She looks pretty fierce. She has the beak, the sharp claws. Is she aggressive?
Yes, she is equipped with things to defend herself should she need to, but at the Gentle Barn, they never need to.
Instead, they coexist with dozens of other rescued farm animals and have visits with school children and adults looking to bring out their inner child.
There's just so much unconditional love and so much gentleness. And I don't know, there's not much of that in the world today. So sometimes you have to get it from a turkey.
You know, people who watch this, they might think it's a little out there, right?
Of course.
When they ask you why do this and why invest your time in something like this, what do you say? Why not? You have nothing to lose by opening yourself up to a new experience that may very well just change your life.
Changing hearts and minds, one turkey cuddle at a time. Kathy Park, NBC News.
Well, the Lewis Public Library is offering free gift wrapping this week to help take some stress out of the holiday season. Volunteers from the library's Teen Advisory Board and Cape High's National Honor Society will be wrapping gifts on Wednesday from 4 to 6 and again Saturday from 11 to 1. All materials are provided. Just bring a box if you need one, Paul.
Okay, well, we'll remember that. In Salisbury right now, we can see that the roads are clearing up for us. Got a couple of leftover puddles from the leftover showers from earlier. And the rain is clearing out of our area in general. We do have the gale wind watch in effect for us for Tuesday going into Wednesday, particularly watching out for 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now, this affects the folks from Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague and on the other side of the peninsula, which includes the folks at Cambridge. So everyone's going to be dealing with blustery conditions as this wave of rain clears out of the way. For Monday, we're looking for winds out of the northwest up to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures in the 40s just across the board. Pretty blustery conditions for us. For Chincoteague, we're looking for that rain to kick in for us on Tuesday and 57. Then we drop quickly to 43. We go up to 53 in Ocean City with the rain. Then we drop to 41 for the high for the day, by the way. And then in Lewis, we have the rain on Tuesday expected there as well as Rehoboth. And then we dip to the mid to lower 40s once again. Now listen, you keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. Your weather is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brugstead, Mendoza, and Federico. The number to call is 443-880-9100. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. And what we're looking at here is basically a yellow alert day for Tuesday because it's going to be so windy. We're likely to go under a gale wind warning along with a possible close to an inch of rain. So that's why we're calling for a yellow alert day there. But then I'm really looking at Friday as a possible freezing rain possibility, a little sleet there. So we're looking for a possible wintry mix there. Gotta wait just till those models start kind of gluing this act together a little bit better before we start, putting our stamp of approval saying, yeah, you got to watch out for this. But we're just giving you a quick heads up.
All right, so we will be weather aware.
And be sure you download our app. This will be a good time to have it.
Thanks, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News after Sunday Night Football.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
We'll see you in just a few hours for Coast TV News today at 5 a.m.
Have a great night.